Do you know what that was for?
I'm not sure. Probably Black Lives Matter, maybe.
Another point. Theo Turner went to the same college as Moore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were on, okay. Good? Yeah. So hello and welcome to today's NBL Division 1 action between the Newcastle Knights and the Thames Valley Cavaliers. Today we're joined by special guest Drew Lasker. Welcome, Drew.
What's going on, Tom? It's a pleasure to be here today. My actually first opportunity to tune in to some Division 1 action this year.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Thames Valley haven't lost a game in the division yet, so it'd be good to see them after a tough game last night down in Surrey. Long drive up this morning. It'd be interesting to see how their legs are. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to see early what type of Thames Valley Cavaliers team you're going to see tonight, because I think it's going to go two ways. You know, you come off such a heartbreaking loss like that, and either you can come back and you're re-energized, or you can feel sorry for yourself and thinking about what could have been. So I'll be looking out for that tonight.
So Newcastle have had a good start in the league, 6-2. Had obviously a tough loss against Solent, but they've managed to win a lot of close games. That's been a big factor for Newcastle this year. They've won 4 or 5 really, really close games in the fourth quarter. They've managed to, I think Coach Elder can would like the Newcastle to close those games out earlier, and don't let it get to the last 5 minutes of the game, and have a cushion going into that. But
Yeah, that's what it seems. You know, obviously I follow the league on social media, and it seems like every week, Newcastle has, fought themselves back into the game with a last minute shot or a last minute play. So I'm pretty sure Coach tonight, he would want a 40-minute performance.
here we go for the Knights. We have starting. We have Yabantu, Moya, Federici, Early, and Cabangeli. Then whereas for the Thames Valley Cavaliers, we have Silla, Champion, Hetro. I can't quite see. Freckleton
And I'm pretty sure that
and Taylor Johnson, of course.
I was gonna say Kai Williams, but Kai is up there in age with myself, so after back to back and a long travel,
He'll have a bit of a break.
yeah, he might be over there on the in the stretch station over there in the corner.
Yeah.
As the teams just kneeled for Black Lives Matter, which you've seen all across all the leagues in the UK.
The tip. Newcastle with a tip. Looking for early inside. Flash by Cabangela. Back to Moya. 3-point shot. Short. Taylor Johnson with the ball for Thames Valley's first offense. Good standby early. Kick out to Johnson. Hetro, the big offensive rebound on the first points of the game. Telling him he's too small, Drew.
And they're looking like
They're fired up for sure.
like they're pretty energized today after the long road trip.
Federici with a head fake and the pull-up three.
I'd like to see that tonight. Timba, Yabantu picking up full court, trying to wear these guards down, especially after the road trip in the game last night.
Champion off on the three. Moya with the rebound. Yeah, certainly on the scout to press Freckleton. Feel like Newcastle feel like they can force turnovers from him. I'm not surprised from that from the start.
Yeah, you want to make Blaine uncomfortable. He's a great shooter. If you give him any space, you let him play at his speed, he'll burn you all night.
Early long on the three. Rebound by Hetro. Johnson coming off Costa Iverson screen.
Yeah, last night they ran this play pretty much 75% of the game. They come off that Iverson cut, and either they got a big man coming off the screen, as you see there, or they got a guard coming off a double stagger. So look for them to run that set all night long.
That was way too easy for Silla inside. Freckleton with the Silla. Out to Silla in transition. Easy two.
Nice.
Good pass by early inside.
Great play.
Federici moves really well without the ball, sorry. He's utilised that a lot in his first year in NBL 1.
Yeah, the game is simple. Sometimes we try to overcomplicate the game, but, you know, a simple back cut, hitting him in stride, and he finishes.
Foul on the three, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mark talked about this in the pregame, you know, running Blaine Freckleton off the line. But the last thing you want to do is
foul him on a 3-point
foul
shot.
a shooter, especially this guy.
Short on the first.
And the Cavaliers, they have BBL experience throughout their roster. You know, their back cut with Freckleton and Champion has BBL experience. And then you got Kai Williams coming off the bench, you know, made a career in the league.
Yeah.
So
playing in the league as soon as last year.
Yeah. So, you know, we played together for 3 years. So he'll be a steady head for the Cavs this season.
He played for, Kai played for Worcester as well before, didn't he?
Yep, London Lions
And
as well.
Yeah, he's been around the league. Manny looking for his pull-up. Short. Still on the boards. Freckleton pushing it in transition. Champion's got the mismatch. So Hetro. Oh, good block by Federici inside. Hetro gets his own miss and puts it back in for two.
I like how Champion, although he had a mismatch at the top of the key, he realized that there was a better mismatch down below.
Yeah, only giving the shake and bake and one.
Good finish, big fella. Looked like his older brother Fran there. Fran early played, you know, a couple of seasons over there in Glasgow.
Played for Durham as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Remember watching him in in Newton Aycliffe Leisure Centre. What a place.
Yeah, that place used to be rocking. I mean, that was my favorite road trip because it was
Really?
actually the closest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The closest road trip in the BBL.
Yeah, you don't get many close road trips in Newcastle, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Champion going off a double pick. Freckleton pull up 3, it's off. Moyo on the boards.
That's the second time they missed Yabantu in transition. And
Oh,
I
really?
think although Newcastle likes to play a slow-paced game, I would look to run a little bit.
Benarucci, it's off. Feel on the defensive end, Newcastle, if they get beaten to the middle, they're willing to give up the pass to the top, which they did on the previous play. Be interesting to see if that sort of trend continues in the game, because that was a big key in practice this week, to allow that pass to the top.
But the key is you don't want to just give them the 3. So
No, of
although
course
you're
not.
giving that pass up, you want to run. And that's great defense right there. You want to run those guys off the 3-point
of
line,
course.
make them dribble, get them out their comfort zone. Because with Champion and Freckleton, if you just let them spot up and shoot, it could be a long night.
It's going to be a long night. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ronald Blaine subs into the game. He's been absolutely monstrous off the bench for Newcastle so far this season, 25 and 10. Be interesting. This will be a step up in competition for him, though, in previous weeks. Thames Valley are a different side to sort of level Newcastle have been playing, so it'll be interesting how he fares today.
And I'm pretty sure he's looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah,
I'm Hooper,
sure.
This is what you want. You want to test yourself, and
Yeah, Ron he'll be thriving for this for sure. Benarucci for the 3, and it's good.
great look.
Newcastle's getting into a 1-point lead with 5 minutes left in the first. I think Freckleton wanted to push off earlier in the play. The ref didn't see it. Freckleton got them. Good patience by Hector and scores.
Great patience. And one thing I think the Cavs should look at tonight is they have a mismatch with Ron, Blaine, Guard, and Silla. Silla being one of the top bigs in Division I this season.
Yeah.
I would look to go to him and try to get
I think Coach Alderton's looking to match Silla athletically.
right.
But in terms of Silla's very powerful. Block, yeah. He certainly did not have the position there.
Big fella taking a charge. I see you.
Seth Hawley subbing in for the Cavaliers for Lewis Champion. And Cawthorne subbing in for Early.
Early after taking that charge, he put that X up. Coach, come get me.
Yeah.
Looked like he had the wind taken out of him a little bit.
We got Quay, the floor sweep, on the court. Late as usual. Getting a nice clap.
Just loosening up his legs. I'm pretty sure there'll be more opportunities for him.
Yeah. Oh, what a pass by Freckleton. Freckleton with the pick from Silla.
Got a mismatch down low on Silla.
Ooh. He wasn't straight there, I don't think, Cawthorne. He's had his issues with foul trouble so far this season. I think he's certainly been working on in practice, trying to not get into bad habits, and he needs to work on getting vertical a lot more. Certainly, and he sets a lot of moving screens as well. I think he's certainly been working on that.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of forwards and centers have issues with foul troubles and across the leagues in Europe, and then you even see it in the NBA, and it's just about discipline. You learn little techniques by watching film, kind of seeing when you can play straight up. Like you said, they have that verticality rule where as long as you have your hands straight up, it's not a foul. But big men, they always get their hands in the cookie jar, and it's hard for them to resist, and it's always called a foul.
Cawthorne with the ball at the top. Ooh, Federici was wide open on the top of the key. Already hit 2 threes. Cawthorn missed him on that one. There you go. Kai Williams checking in for Silla.
And just watching Silla tonight, I'll be interested to see through over the course of this game how he holds up, because he looks a little step
I
slow.
haven't really gone to him much. He hasn't. Yeah, it's been her hetero's been more impactful so far. They're looking for Cawthorn down low. Cawthorn going to Kai Williams. A nice move
Nice
for 2.
move.
Cawthorn's a good low post scorer.
Yeah, I like to see more of that, especially with that matchup with Kai Will.
I feel Kai Williams will be thriving. Beckleton down low. Nice kissing it off the glass for 2. Yeah, Thames Valley getting back that 2-point lead.
And that's a part of his game that he's really developed. People look at Blaine and think he's just a shooter, but he can put it on the floor. He has teardrops, floaters down the paint. So he's really developed his game over the years.
Cawthorn straight back to him. Oh, he gets the foul that time. I'm not sure if there was much in that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was kind of soft. But like I mentioned earlier, that's a matchup that I like if I'm Newcastle. You know, Kai Williams at this stage of his career, he's not looking to bang. Trust me, because the bones they don't.
They don't heal like they used to.
They don't heal like they used to. You know, so
Newcastle been talking about in practice as well. They want Cawthorn to sort of not always post up, sort of take people off the dribble as well if he gets to space. It'll be interesting if he can do that in the rest of the game. Moya off on the 3, Blaine with the long rebound. Likes it, takes it down. Nice pump fake. I think a little travel maybe. Cawthorn. And 1! That might have been a travel before, but I don't think Freckleton's too happy.
He moved his feet a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a slide, I think, maybe. But tough finish by Cawthorn.
Yeah, this is really encouraging from Newcastle to see the young fella getting going early. And for those that's been around the game a long time, his dad, Todd, copped on him. I played against him early in my career.
Ex-BBL,
Yeah, Sheffield Shark legend, so shout out to Todd.
And Jacobs made a step up from G2 this season. He absolutely killed it in D2 last year. Oh, he's way off on the 3.
Great defense.
Cawthorn killed it. I know he had a couple of huge games against Newcastle in D2 last year. I think Coach Ehrlichman had to give him an offer for this year, and yeah, he's here. Yeah, he had 25 and 10 or something a couple of times against Newcastle last season.
Well, he's looked like he's proven his worth early in this game.
Straight back to him.
Oh, good cut. Nice.
Good pass by Cawthorn to Blaine for 2. Newcastle getting a 2-point lead.
And that's the second back cut we've seen tonight. The first one with Moya going back door. Now we see Blaine going back door as well.
Yeah, Cawthorn. Newcastle look pumped up right now, Drew.
Yeah, this is an opportunity right here for Newcastle to go on a little run, try to break the spirit of the Cavaliers. So we'll see if they can keep this up. It's amazing what an easy basket can do. It started off with Copthorne getting those easy baskets, and that translated on the defensive end of the floor. You see the energy has been raised on that
gone
side.
to a new level.
Absolutely.
Johnson off on the 2. Oh, just couldn't quite get the rebound. It's going to be Thames Valley at ball end line.
So far this game, Newcastle's done a great job on Johnson and Silla, keeping those guys quiet. I'm pretty sure they were on the top of their scouting report.
They certainly were, that's for sure. Yeah, that's tough.
And sometimes that's all you need to get going, a little bunny like that. Silla with the easy seal and finish, and maybe that'll get him going tonight.
I mean, Tyler Johnson hasn't scored in the game so far, which not many people would have said before the game. Moya getting this all bad pass, Hawley with a steal.
Can't leave your feet coming off that drag, pick and roll.
Nice take by Silla. Using the rim as protection, going to the other side and finishing for 2. Blaine, pull up.
And this is where the Cavaliers are at their best. They want to get out and run.
Newcastle certainly want to limit them in transition. Thames Valley are very dangerous.
Absolutely. That's always their first option on offense, to see what they can get. Look ahead, pitch the ball ahead, see if they can get something easy.
The
If
big
not,
fella subbing in, Newcastle's new signing, Theo Turner. Subbing in for his first action of the season.
the former Plymouth Raider.
Yeah. Interesting, he went to college with David Moyer. So I think they've certainly got a connection in practice. Really good friends off the court. I think Theo is a big reason why why Moyer came to Newcastle this season.
And then Moyer returned the favor by pitching a Turner to come to
I think
Newcastle.
so, yeah. I think that was the part. That was. Blaine makes both free throws, tie game with 1 minute left in the first. Kai Williams might like this, mate. Yeah, he's going to shoot that. It's off. Federici with the board. Can't leave Kai Williams like that, Drew. I know you know that for sure.
Yeah, I think he kind of settled on that. You got the 7-footer Turner on you. If I'm the Cavaliers, I would try to get him in some ball screen action, see if he can move his feet.
Ooh. Turner was sort of open there.
Looked like he's saying he wanted the young fella to throw it up.
I know.
So he can flush it down.
Moyer's been throwing it up in practice, that's for sure, all the time. And yeah, Moyer, I think coach is not very happy by all the lobs Moyer seems to throw. Johnson to the hoop. Hawley gets to step on Moyer. Good pass out to champion Kai Williams. It was a long two. Off Silo on the boards. 10, yeah. Score with 5 seconds left in the first. Need to push it 2-1. Needs from half court. Ooh, rims it. Rims out. That's the end of the first.
Great footwork by Silla down low to really be patient, let Turner fly over him, and he finishes the easy bucket.
Good first quarter, though, Drew. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, really entertaining game so far. Like I mentioned pre-game, I was really going to be watching how the Cavaliers were going to come out after that heartbreaking loss last night. And it looks like they're up for today's game. They've settled in, and, I think Newcastle has helped that fact by giving them some easy paint touches. And so defensively, they kind of need to clean that up a little bit.
Yeah, certainly inside. Silla and Herhetro have been really dominant because they've killed them inside a little bit. I feel like Thames Valley, they're not going to be trying to give up their undefeated record, that's for sure, in the league.
Yeah, definitely with, they're tied for second in the league with Solon at 6-0. And then you got Newcastle sitting there at third place in 6-2. So, we have a game on our hands today.
Kai Williams is drawing up a play. Saying last night, Kai Williams was drawing up a play at the end of the game. So it's interesting to see.
Yeah, he drew up two. He drew up the play to free. He drew up the Butler play to free Johnson to give them the go-ahead bucket with 8 seconds to go. And then I saw on the sideline again with 0.4, he ran pretty much a similar play on the opposite side. And actually, they had an open shooter that was open, but they went to Johnson. He shoots a fadeaway in the corner over two defenders. And they, dropped that game to Surrey.
What a game it was last night now. And it's a great game to watch.
Yeah, and it answers that question. You see that question floating around often is, what's the discrepancy between the BBL and Division I? And it's not far. Solon proved that last year in the trophy finals, and then
Solon, something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hawley coming over the Iverson. Oh, that's reversed it to Johnson. Oh, good hands by Moyer and Turner trapping him. Ooh, Federici looked at it. Here we go. They'll certainly look to Blaine if Champion's going to be guarding them on the post.
Yeah, they had some spacing issues down there as Blaine was trying to post up. You had
Turner and
you had those guys in the paint as well.
Looking for Turner. Well, missed the easy one. You can only look for Silla in transition. Good pass by Hawley.
And that's what they do best.
Timeout, Newcastle.
They punish you on those misses. They get up and down quick, and they get those easy buckets. And how do you stop a team that want to run in transition? You execute offensively. You make them take the ball out, and you make them run an offensive set.
You have to get good shots ending the shot clock.
Yeah. I mean, that last play, that was actually, you know, you can't ask for anything more. You got the 7-footer Turner on Kai Williams, who's 6'7".
And right under the basket with an easy hook shot.
He's got to finish it.
Yeah, he's got to make that. I'm sure, yeah. Certainly a look you'll take every time, but
yeah, you'll live with that. If you're Newcastle, you'll live with that. A team that likes to run as well, you want to get paint touches because it's harder to run when you're rebounding the ball in the paint. Usually, you know, running teams love teams who become jump shot happy because those become long rebounds, and then that's when you can really get off to the races.
You sure what sort of things will Coach Elder going to be talking about in that timeout, do you think, Drew?
I think there's just, you know, he probably wants to get a nice set. I would look to get Blaine rolling, maybe get him.
I know, Blaine, yeah, he hasn't had much of an impact so far.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of see him involved in a set play where we can free him up for some space. Yeah. And kind of stop this Cavalier run.
Yeah, they need a bucket. Holy gambled. Moya pull up three is good. Exactly what Coach Elderkin wanted right there.
Cavaliers going for the gamble, going for the steal, and Moya punishes them.
Good cut back. Saved by a kick there. Blaine saying he's kicked it. I'm not sure he did.
And Taylor Johnson still scoreless in this game after last night, putting on a performance.
32, 9 and 8 last night.
With an efficiency of 40.
Wow.
Definitely we'll see that on the highlight tape this summer, promoting himself to the BBL clubs.
I'm sure he will be.
Keeping him in the corner.
Quite stagnant and off at this play by
Great defense. Great defense. And that's what you want right there. Newcastle flying around. Taylor Johnson trying to get loose. He sees bodies in front of him. Yeah. Forces him to pass it out, and you're getting the right guy to take the shot.
Forces out Quad Davis. He's just subbed into the game. Doesn't really play too much. That's certainly what Newcastle, certainly what they want.
And you see this, you hear those guys yelling ice out there. Basically, ice defense is to keep the ball on one side of the floor because the pick and roll is the hardest offensive to guard.
Wow, tough three, Taylor Johnson right in his face. Blaine certainly needed that to get rolling.
Both teams looking to ice the ball screen.
Well, Davis with another three, that's fine. Newcastle screaming to leave him. Screaming to leave him. Moya pushing it. Toll just off. Turner with the follow for two.
There we go, big fella. And that's sometimes all you need.
First points of the season for Theo Turner.
Confidence booster for sure. As you see him talking on defense now, he's up there moving his feet.
Ooh. Champion slips. Good defense by Blaine. And the shot clock. Step back. Short. Moya pushing it. Ooh. Interesting. Newcastle would seem to have spacing, but they've got Cawthorne and Turner on the floor at the same time. Neither a three-point threat at all. So it'll be interesting to see how that five set on the floor, how the spacing is going to work out, because it seems like Thames Valley could sort of certainly lock in on them.
And Newcastle, again, they have to push the ball when the opportunity presents itself. You know, the Cavaliers coming off a long road trip from Surrey after a tough game last night. Those legs got to be heavy.
I wouldn't fancy that drive this morning.
Trust me. Trust me, they feel it.
Looking at 5-6 hours.
So, you want to make those guys run at the floor. As you saw on that last possession, as Scylla was really hanging back.
Yeah,
It was
he
a
was.
4-on-5 situation. But, Newcastle got a little bit too cute. Moya with the behind-the-back pass that flies out of bounds.
That's exactly what Coach Arlekin wanted in his previous time out there. I'm sure he'll just be asking for more of the same. Interesting what Coach Banks is saying for Kane Friday.
I love to see Kai Williams having a voice there. He's just recently signed for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, quite recently, yeah.
And, I saw the game last night. He was talking to guys, and he's going to be an anchor for the Cavaliers. He brings in that wealth of experience. He brings in championship experience.
I mean, he's proved it at the next level.
Exactly. He's
Same 5 out for Newcastle. Bally off the Iverson screen. Looking for Scylla down low. Champion Kai Williams picking her off. Champion at the end of the clock. Pull up 2, tough. There needs.
champion trying to get downhill to that left hand.
Yeah. Playing lights, that one. Ronald Blaine is vibing out there.
I love it. You love to see guys with passion and playing for the love of the game. Great to see.
Ooh. Kai Williams is going to shoot that. It's off. Scylla can't get the board again. Tough defense on. Oh. I'm not sure. That looked like a close call with the offensive basketball interference there. Oh, Blaine's going to like that matchup. Good pass. Ooh. Tough. I think Cawthorn could have gone straight up there for sure.
Yeah, he should have went up strong, just powered up, and
yeah, but
he has great size, great length.
Lewis Champion's not gonna. He ain't gonna block Jacob at the rim. I don't
I
think.
haven't seen Champion pin too many basketballs against the backboard. So if I'm,
If you're Cawthorn, I feel like you don't need the pump fake there.
yeah, just go straight up. But he gets bailed out by the refs, and he goes to the line for 2 where he knocks down the first.
Cawthorn's really struggled at the line this season. Makes both. That might be the first time this season.
Maybe I'm the good luck charm.
Yeah,
here
you're the
today.
good luck charm. Yeah. Good pass by Scylla.
And they ran a similar play last night for Taylor Johnson down a crucial stretch. That Iverson cut, they go ahead and curl all the way to the basket.
Holy pressurizing Moya full court. I don't think there was too much in that.
Great defense on my end. You got to slow down if you're.
That's not. I don't think that's far.
Yeah, if you're Moya, you got to be a little bit more poised than that. Just kind of create space, back out of it, get the team into the offense.
We have early Andy Yabantu subbing in for Federici and Turner for Newcastle.
I think this is Early's first action since he tried to take that charge early in the first.
Yeah, I think Newcastle have had a bit of a mishap on their subs there. They wanted to sub Federici back in for Cawthorn. The refs wouldn't allow them. Cawthorn going straight at Scylla. That's a tough move. Yabantu. Yeah, Blaine gets him in the air. Pull up. It's good.
Nice.
Aqua Davis went absolutely flying on that play.
When you score 25 points a game, you got to respect it.
So
Getting a little chippy out here on both ends.
Yeah.
Both teams
talking
chatting a little bit.
You got to love to see it though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope that we don't see any technical fouls. Usually when you see teams chirping, that the refs kind of take over and
They ruin it. Got to let them play a little bit.
yeah, you got to allow a little bit of emotion in the game. So I hope let these guys express themselves a little bit today.
I think I'm not sure Early's going to be able to guard Scylla. I wonder if they'll put Blaine on Scylla, then maybe put Early on Kai Williams. a tough guard. Silla's a tough guard.
Yeah, we have to keep an eye on that.
Moya, corner in the 3-point in the corner, sorry, and he makes it.
Big fella making a play off the dribble.
Yeah.
Hitting Moya in the corner.
Early's a great passer of the ball. No, the Bradford Dragons guys call him Baby Jokic.
You know what? I was actually sitting here looking, thinking he does look a little bit like the Joker.
So, he's not particularly athletic like Jokic.
Probably a tad smaller as well as the Joker's probably 7 foot plus, but
Early's 6'6" maybe.
He takes the ball from the perimeter, dribbles, drives, and hits Moya in the corner.
I mean, Early's a great passer though. Zilla misses the easy one. Gets his own miss out to Freckleton. Gets Ubantu in the air, pulls up for 2.
A rare miss by Freckleton. Usually when he has his feet set, that's money in the bank.
Zilla's killing Newcastle on the boards right now. Freckleton to the hoop. Good cut. Misses for 2 early with the board. Finally, Newcastle get a defensive rebound. Moya again for 3. He likes it. He makes it. Back-to-back threes for David Moya.
Great pass, Yabantu. And finally, Newcastle takes advantage and they get out on a break. They missed out on some opportunities early, but like I mentioned before, they have to punish the Cavaliers in transition.
Imagine stretched out to a 5-point lead with 4 minutes left in the second. Ooh. Look on the replay here.
Early just left a little bit too early, no pun intended, on that hedge. Usually a big fella, you need to stay there until you hear the guard say, I'm there, and then you rotate back, but he rotates
That looked like a charge for me.
I actually didn't see it. Did he have his feet set?
It's gone. Yeah, had his feet set. Interesting. Clip it, yeah.
Well, like I mentioned before, if Early doesn't leave too early on that hedge, he never gets downhill. You want to make him bounce out and change his angle to the basket, but Blaine was able to take a direct line to the basket, and now he's at the line for 2.
Strings the first one. Matt Tomlinson, number 5, subs in for Newcastle for his first action of the game. Interestingly, he's had a huge week in practice. He had some really good sessions, and he's been rewarded with some game time here.
And that's what you like to see, a coach rewarding a player for his efforts in practice, putting him out here in the fire to see what he got.
Ooh, Temba had the shot there. Manny, pull up. It's off. Silla on the boards.
I'd like to see Newcastle get Blaine into space because Silla's guarding him on the perimeter where I don't think he can move his feet to stay with him.
Good defense by Temba. That's a good thing. Yabantu wanted the offensive foul on Freckleton right there. It's good, really good defense by Temba.
Yeah, great D by Yabantu. You know, every day in practice, he's going up against Ramon Fletcher for the Newcastle Eagles. So
yeah, I'm not too jealous of him right now.
He's not going to see anything better than that week in and week out. So he moved his feet well there.
Newcastle gone small right now. Oh, he missed him.
Got the mismatch. Got what they wanted.
It's a play Newcastle have looked to a lot this season is Blaine coming across.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They need to get Silla on the move, which they did, and they caused a switch. Johnson on Blaine, but he misfired.
Ubantu for 3, and it strings it.
Bang, bang.
Newcastle kid. It's great to see him getting some big minutes for Newcastle recently.
Yeah, Ubuntu had a flying start off to his career 3 years ago, but ever since he's been hampered with injuries, which I think has kind of stunted his development. So it's great to see him. You see him in the passing lanes there.
Oh, he missed him. Hey, Blaine's good. Alpha to Tambo, going to the hoop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you Bantu for two.
Bantu. And this game is all about confidence. You see Yabantu there on the hard drive to his weak hand to the left, and I'm not convinced he makes that play if he doesn't make that three to play
string
before.
the one to play before.
You know, so that's a momentum play. You know, you see that ball go down the hoop, and it's like an avalanche.
I know Coach Aldekins this season he's been trying to get Yabantu to drive a lot more. I think he thinks that Tamba's really dangerous on the drive and he doesn't utilise it enough. So I'm sure he'll be thrilled to see that.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with, number one, confidence, and then also, you know, like I mentioned before, he's dealt with a lot of injuries over the last couple years. So when you start dealing with knee injuries, you know, that robs you of your confidence because, you know, driving hard down the paint, you don't really trust your body. And so that's the situation that Yabantu is dealing with at this moment in his career.
Be interesting. What sort of things do you think Coach Banks and the Cavaliers are talking about right now?
Being a little bit more engaged on defense.
I think they've got to get. Johnson's he's had no impact in this game, and I'm shocked. He's been such a premier player in the division so far.
But credit to Newcastle.
Yeah,
They've done a great job of throwing bodies at him, and not only the on-ball defender, but the help side defender is there looking him in his eyes. So he doesn't have anywhere to go. So credit to Newcastle's defense on Taylor Johnson this far.
Big 2 minutes to end the second. Newcastle up 6.
And it's about closing quarters here. Does Newcastle go into the half up by double digits?
Or do they go, is it a tie game? It's just, ooh. Bit of a gamble. Hey, Newcastle forced a turnover. Newcastle bench loves it.
And they had the mismatch. They had
Who had Silla on
Federici guarding Silla right there, and Kai Williams misfires on the pass. Huge possession here for Newcastle.
Hetero subbing back in for Thames Valley.
Newcastle goes back to this horn set, which we've seen a couple times today.
Gonna dribble over.
Rip through and go.
Bantu again strings it. Huge 2 minutes for
Bantu with 8 points in the quarter. Nice.
Taylor Johnson, top of the key.
Too much space.
Yeah.
Too much space. That was the first free look he's had all night.
He's not going to miss too many of them.
Definitely not. Good pass.
Cabangeli off on the easy 2. Ooh.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul there.
Yeah, not in team fouls. Slow the game down.
Shot clock actually goes down to 14 seconds, so that's a great foul.
Allows Newcastle to set up their defense.
I don't know if it's intentional by Manning, but definitely a smart play.
Ooh,
great D.
Federici just rips it from Silla right there.
And like we've seen all night, Johnson coming off that Iverson cut, and every time he does, he has, 2 or 3 jerseys staring him down. Great defense by Newcastle.
It's huge on the scout. Johnson off the stagger screens has been so dangerous this season. Johnson tough, just off.
One shot.
12 seconds.
One shot. Ooh. You got to know time and clock. Got to know time and clock. Instead of Newcastle going in by potentially 8 or
Okay,
9.
they're up 4.
You know, with 14 seconds left on the clock.
Poor play by Moy right there. They
And
had the advantage as well. The Thames Valley certainly weren't sat on D.
Yeah, but we saw that earlier by Moya.
Whoa. We're back for the second half. Really tight game so far. 4-point game. Be really interesting to see how this one turns out. It's been some big stats, Drew, you found at halftime.
Yeah, the big stat that stand out for me is the 3-point shooting. Obviously, with the Cavaliers that won for 11 with 9%, but Newcastle, you know, they've made 9 threes, so that's clearly the difference today.
Shooting at 47%, yeah.
And then also that balanced scoring attack by Newcastle. They got 4 guys with 8 or more points. So that's what you like to see, balanced scoring across the board. And, you know, the scoring for the Cavaliers, no one has really done damage besides Silla, 19 and 9, but it's been quiet. It's been a quiet
It's like
19
we probably
9.
thought he had 10 and he's had 19.
I mean, we looked at the stats at halftime. We was like 19 and 9. But it all started with that easy bunny, and then you woke up a beast. You know, you give a guy an easy look, and sometimes that's all a scorer needs.
The Thames Valley have had 10 offensive rebounds in the first half, so I feel like Newcastle definitely need to try and limit them as much as possible.
Put a body on them, you know, Newcastle being out rebounded.
He's a big
by
body
9.
to put a body on, but
Yeah, I mean, easier said than done. I'm glad it's not me out there, that's for sure.
so personally, I'm really excited to see how this one plays out. It'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, we got a good one on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
We've got a good one.
Oh, he's there. Whoa.
Kick out to early. Moya getting the screen off early. Good pass to Yabantu.
He's been hot all night.
He's hit another one. Third 3 of the game.
I love to see that. You know, this kid has been playing for us for 3 years with the Eagles. He works hard. He puts up extra shots every day, and you see it translating today.
I know he was saying the other day in practice he's really been working on the 3-point shooting the last 18 months or so.
Yeah, he definitely has. So it's great to see him having success here today.
Right. Really living up to his new role as a starter on the team.
Sometimes all you need is an opportunity,
Yeah,
and then it's
exactly.
up to you to make the most of it.
He's lighting it up so far for Newcastle.
They've kept Champion quiet today as he sits on 0.
There you go. Commentator's curse. He's not on 0 no more.
Of course.
Step back T, strings it. Still over his hand in the passing line. Doesn't quite keep it in.
Shot clock getting low. Got to
2,
heave it up.
1. Thames Valley pushing it to Johnson. Freckleton in the top, slowing it down, settling offense up. Bit of horn, a nice horn set.
Good defense by Manny. But they got a rebound. That's the 11th offensive rebound tonight.
I'm so disappointed. They've played such good defense there.
It's a backbreaker. You play hard defense, and then you just let the team get
Anthony
the
nearly pulled
offensive
it
rebound.
again. Moya's looking at the clock. 7. He had the early had the mismatch inside. Didn't see him. Good steps by
Nice
Johnson.
move. Great body control. there
Down
by
to a
Taylor
1-point
Johnson.
game. Only taking him to the hoop. Short on the hook. Clearly not the look they want though. An early drive for Eccleston. Foul on Cabangele. Silla's a beast on the ball.
Manning was in front of him, so I'm confused of what the call was on that.
No,
they had him sandwiched in there, and Silla got the call.
That's a tough one.
But again, you just got to put a body on him and drive him out and let the guards come and snag the rebound.
If you're boxing Silla, you don't want to be. You shouldn't be going for the rebounds yourself. You've sort of got your job is getting him out of the way.
Exactly.
Hard hedge by.
Much better there by early.
Long hedge though.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to stay until that guard is able to get back into play. You can't leave.
Ooh. Not it's a no. I would call that a no call.
It's a tough call. Tough play right there. Tough play by Manning.
This laptop's really. It's not actually buffering as much as that. Hopefully, it's just the laptop's bad. Hey, Freckleton coming off the Iverson to the hoop. Good pass to
Great
Silla.
pass.
Silla with the M1.
And we talked about that earlier. Brian Freckleton has become more than just a shooter. He gets downhill with his weak hand. Great flip pass to Silva, where he gets the and one.
Bit of action for Theo. Was it? Turn this up and back in. He's only played 5 minutes in the first half. Let's see if he has more of an impact this time. Silla for the line for the M1 play. He strings it.
Big possession here for Newcastle. They need to execute, get a good look.
Good steps by Johnson. Timeout Newcastle. Thames Valley really stepped it up on defense so far in the second half. Newcastle have not been getting the looks they want.
Yeah, it look like they got the momentum right now. So a great timeout by coach. Settle the troops. If I'm him, I'm just saying, guys, settle down. Still a lot of basketball to play.
Long game.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Still so close as well, only being a 4-point game. Coach Outlook saying just they need to be like the first half. We don't get into a different game.
Yeah, but the Cavs, we talked about it earlier. They want to get out in transition. And the last thing you want to do is allow a transition team to get out on the break by turning the ball over. It started with Manning with the offensive foul, and then Yabantu with the telegraph pass to Taylor Johnson, who goes coast to coast and finishes it. I look to get Blaine on the move.
I know. I think Blaine will like this guard. Certainly
get him going.
Looking to post champion up maybe. Blaine to the screen off Turner. Blaine straight to the hoop. Good take.
Great patience there off the ball screen. He gets Freckleton there on his hip. Gets the mismatch in front of him, and he gets downhill where he's going to the line for two. I really like his game. He played out in Hawaii Pacific at the Pac West out there.
Your conference, Drew.
Yeah, Point Loma representing. So got to show some love out there. Anybody that's played in, out of my conference, I always got love for him.
Ron misses the Hawaii weather quite a lot.
I mean, yeah, what a change, right? It's rained in Newcastle for literally 2 straight months. I bet you he's missing that Hawaii beach a little bit.
He is. Makes both. Down to a 2-point game. Johnston's so clever with his movement coming off screens. Pulls up for 2.
Another offensive rebound, number
Throws it
12.
away though. Blaine straight at the hoop.
Wow. I don't know. Let me watch this back. I'm not
You're
too
watching
sure.
it? No way.
He was squared up.
Do you think? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was squared up. I thought.
Drew's a
Blaine
fan of the call. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, I thought Blaine was gonna euro around him, but great defense by Champion.
There's been a technical foul on Newcastle bench, apparently. I think.
Tough play there. I mean, that's smart defense by Champion, the veteran.
Yeah.
Reading the play, getting his chest out in front.
I mean,
Blaine gets the elbow to the chest. You know, if you're a referee, you got to call that.
Johnson makes a technical free throw.
You know, this game, it comes down to those little plays. Instead of Newcastle being tied up, if Ron Blaine finishes that layup,
Down 3.
you know, they're down 3 by getting the tech, and, you know, the Cavaliers have the ball.
This game is small margins. Sure.
$53-50.
Oh, Johnson. Yeah, Johnson.
He never stops moving.
Good board by Manning.
Good rebound, Manning. Come to guard. Come get it.
Ooh, likes him off the dribble. Theo Turner in the low post. Ooh, yeah, Turner. Federici pull up 3. Rattles it in. Tie game.
I'm not sure that that's the offense that Mark drew up, but
No, I don't
if you're
think
a
so.
Newcastle fan, you'll take it. Great hands.
That's a, yeah, fine.
Great defense there by Newcastle.
Yeah.
Taking away that backdoor cut by Taylor Johnson. He's getting his hands in there.
Taylor Johnson never stops moving. He's so clever about the ball.
Yeah. I mean, he was fantastic last night in Surrey.
I mean, he was huge for Thames Valley last year, and he used to play for Leicester Warriors, and I think he was
Okay,
huge
so
for
he's
them
a
as well.
veteran of the league.
Yeah, he's
then.
played around
Okay.
for a few years, yeah. I think maybe 1 year at Leicester.
Dive, big fella.
Federici, good hands by Johnson.
Gotta get that. Turner has to dive hard to the basket with the show of hands demanding the basketball on that roll. If he dives hard, he creates a cavity. His defender has to go with him, and then they got the
Team fouls for Newcastle already. 5 to go. Certainly not ideal. Blaine on 3 fouls personally. He's just picked up 2 in the last minute or so. He
And you
needs to
put
watch
Taylor
himself.
Johnson at the line where he can get himself going, but he has obviously
Drew cursing him
the
again.
curse, the
curse.
commentator curse. But if I'm Newcastle, I don't want to see him there for the last 5 minutes again.
No,
That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to Turner inside. And he, ooh, he missed him. Frackleton. Travel.
Newcastle's getting a lot of post touches, but the issue is the opposite forward. You know, the Cavaliers aren't respecting him, so they're sitting in that post to fit. That post is lapped, and he doesn't have the space to make a move.
There's no space.
And Manning has actually improved that mid-range jumper. He hasn't gotten going tonight, but he can actually make that.
Oh, he's been hitting that a lot this season. Good pass. Great pass by Moore to Cawthorne inside for 2.
Great finish. Got to get back.
Ooh.
That's tough.
That's.
Tough break.
I looked out of bounds.
Yeah, a coach always says, don't save the ball into your own basket,
No, yeah.
which Federici, he does.
But he throws away an and one.
Unlucky.
That's tough. Jack Cork subbing in. First time in a game.
And that's tough on a player. You haven't played all game and you've been dropped in the middle of a battle here.
1 point game in the third quarter. I'm glad yeah.
Not a position that I would want to be in. But let's see what he has. His number's been called. He expected to step up, so let's see.
Jack Cork's a really good rebounder, so maybe hopefully he'll clean up for Newcastle. They've had such bad problems today and all season, really. Federici's going to shoot that all day. Ooh, dropped the ball.
Gotta finish that.
Cork misses the easy one.
But it's tough. Like I said, he's been sitting down an hour and 15 minutes in real time. You're throwing in the middle of a battle. That's a tough play to finish.
Johnson corner three is off.
Slow down.
Moya gets bailed out. It looked like he was in some trouble there.
Yeah, Moya, you know, I use this terminology. You got to know when to slow and know where to go. And Moya, he gets the ball 99% of the time he's gone. And sometimes you have to recognize when to pull it back.
He's had 3 turnovers so far. It's been quite uncharacteristic of him, though. He hasn't had too many turnover problems this season. Yeah.
Matchup you want right there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Good pass.
Pass.
So Jack Cork for 2.
Nice.
Great pass by Blaine. Collapsed the defense.
He can play. I really like his game.
Blaine's going to look for that matchup all day. He's a tough guard. A lot of the bigs in the league are too slow for him, but then obviously the guards are too
Don't
little.
help off on that.
Ooh, champion. Not a call from Phasm on a 3.
Second time tonight, Newcastle has fouled the three-point shooter. And again, you just want a heavy closeout and live with the results, but last thing you want to do is put a guy on the line, especially champion where he's only scored 2 points tonight. So
get him going.
You get him going, you get his confidence, you start feeling good, and that's the last thing you need if you're a Newcastle fan.
Kai Williams subbing back in for Thames Valley for Hetro. He's had a big impact in this game. The guy doesn't really play too much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see him there talking to guys. He's there in the huddles with the clipboard. I mean, just a veteran's vet. There to do the little things, just fill in the gaps where it's needed.
Champion makes his first 2. 1 to come.
If I'm Newcastle, I would like to see if we can get Blaine back there with the mismatch with Champion on him. See if we can go back to that. And right now, he has a mismatch right now.
Got Hawley on him now. He's even smaller than Champion. Cool for going straight. It's Silla.
Newcastle has to recognize that Blaine has the mismatch. And, you know, he has to recognize that. I'll just sit down in that paint and seal.
Good,
and
tough move.
Demand the basketball.
Moya pull up 3. He makes it down to a 1-point game with 2:20 left in the third. He needed that one. He's got a slow start for the second half.
Great shot. Big shot.
Oh, Newcastle going to 3-2 zone.
Got to run him off the line. They got lucky there.
Blaine wanted the foul right there.
Moya standing wide open in the corner there. Probably should have kicked it.
Just hit 3. Looking for Silla against Cawthorn inside.
Oh. Can't leave him open. And another offensive rebound by the Cavaliers. That's been the difference tonight.
Hawley's not a fan of that call.
Moya aggressive down the paint, and you know he's just one of those players you gotta live with the results.
Moya's a shifty guy.
Yeah, tough to stay in front of, and you gotta live with some of those turnovers because he's looking to attack every time he's in the open floor, and he heads to the line for 2.
Moya dropped a couple of guys in a one-on-one drill the other week.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Not me this time though. This time.
Oh, not you, huh?
Not me.
Surprised I didn't see that online. You know, in today's day, most of those plays are online in a hurry. You got cameras everywhere.
Yeah, we don't film. I'm not sure there's any cameras in practice. Yeah, got the camera guy's gonna start coming to practice. He's gonna get these clips. Williams, corner 2. He's not missing that one. That's a layup for Kai Williams.
That's his shot. He's made a living off that little baseline jumper. Got a nice little release on it. You know, legs looking fresh, Kai Will.
He's had a second wind. Going back to Cawthorn against Silla. Kisses it off the glass for 2. That's tough. Cawthorn's player, he's had a big game. He's had a couple of quiet weeks, but stepped back up today.
Yeah, he's been solid today. But if I'm Newcastle again, I'm looking to get Blaine in the post.
They've not looked at him for a while. I'm really surprised.
I mean, he has to recognize that. He has to bury that guy down there and demand the ball.
Oh.
You got to be tough.
Johnson's tough.
He just wanted it more. You got to be tough on a glass. Rebound is about heart. And sometimes you just got to go and want it more, and you got to go and get it. Woos.
End of the buzzer, it's off. The end of the third, 67-63 to Thames Valley. We have got a game in our hands, Drew.
We do, and in that last play, I talked about it, getting Blaine in a post there, which he did a little bit too high, should have got better positioning, but then when he caught the ball there, we should have had a weak side dive. If you dive to the front of the rim, you're wide open as opposed to that long skip pass.
Yeah, the spacing was not there for Newcastle.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you want. Obviously, they sent the double at him, and you got 4 guys standing around the perimeter. You got to get somebody to dive into the basket.
I think Taylor Johnson shut us up in that third quarter. We said he was being quiet in the first half.
I mean, score. Eventually, over the course of the game, they're going to get going.
It's up to 13 points.
Newcastle like the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, but Johnson up to 13.
Silla with 26 and 10, just with a 32 index, light work. What's his foul situation here tonight? 2 fouls.
He's on 2 fouls.
And that was the difference last night. I mean,
was Silla in foul trouble last night?
Yeah, he fouled out. They had the ball. Cavaliers had the ball up by 5 with 30 seconds to go. Silla gets the ball instead of sitting on it. He tries to push it. They steal the ball. He fouls out. And the rest is history.
I know the two bigs on Newcastle starting 5, Cabangeli and Early, both on 4 fouls. Jack Court getting a bit more game time than he usually would. Maybe Cawthorn stepped up today.
Yeah, he's played great. He's played great.
He's had 10 points.
I'm pretty sure his dad is somewhere smiling, smiling and proud of his son, having a good game here today against the second place Cavaliers.
Thames Valley still only hit 1 3 in the game so far. Which is surprising.
I mean, the difference is the game is the offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
That's been the key tonight for the...
That's kept Thames Valley in it.
Yeah,
shot
absolutely.
So poorly. Surely they're going to start hitting them down. They're going to start hitting them eventually. You would think. Freckleton looking at Blaine.
Ah, you
That's
gotta
poor.
help the helper.
That's poor. No one picked up a hetero on the roll.
That weak side rotation wasn't there.
He couldn't have been. He was open for 5 seconds. He couldn't have been more open. Playing at Kai. Gets the foul on Kai Williams.
And you know, we talk about defense. Defense takes all 5 guys. All it takes is for one guy not to make a rotation, and then it breaks down. So we talk a lot about the help. You know, we have a terminology. You got to help the helper as well and be ready to scramble.
You got to get it in. Lane settling for the 3. It's off. Hawley getting the pick and roll off Kai Williams.
Good stunt. Tough.
Champion hits the tough
Big
3.
shot.
Newcastle need a bucket, down 9.
And the Cavaliers have had a lot of success with that middle ball screen. Newcastle have struggled to guard that tonight.
Nice, easy baseline 2 for Jack Court. They needed that one for sure.
They did. Great for his confidence as well.
Champion again for 3, strings it.
Looks like the Cavaliers are waking up here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, yeah. This guys, you can't let Lewis Champions get too hot.
And, you know, it started with those free throws. You know, sending Champion to the line, getting those clean looks, getting his confidence up, and now he bangs 2 trays.
Now
Two trays
they're
back
up
to back.
10.
Ooh.
Good pass by Moya. Jack Court getting to the line.
Yeah, good call there.
He caught him
Court
on
did a
the
great
arm.
job
Yeah,
of throwing his body and caught him there on the arm.
Big free throws right here.
Still a lot of time to play in this game. You know, 10-point game, 8 minutes remaining.
Newcastle came back in a lot of games this season. They've been well renowned around British basketball.
I've been seeing it on all the social media channels. It seemed like every week Newcastle's made a rally.
Let's see if they can repeat themselves tonight. Ooh, they've got 4 players. I swear they had 4 guys around there. Did not? They just walk in. Oh, my fault. Makes the second one. 9-point game.
Newcastle needs to stop here.
Yeah, they do. Certainly can't be giving Lewis Champion any more looks.
Getting down to a strong hand, and he's going to finish that every time. And that's where Newcastle's been killed tonight, off that ball screen. They've been having issues.
Yeah. Off the Iverson. Champions.
Good skip.
Pass to David Moyer for 3.
Good rebound.
Good ball by Jack Court. He's had 6 quick points off the bench for Newcastle.
Yeah, you can see he has a pep in his step, playing with confidence, and it's amazing what a layup can do.
It's a couple of easy ones. Very tuned to the game. Bally in the low post. This is interesting. Turn
Solid
around.
defense.
Tough take.
But we say better O. Great D, but better O.
Fedovic was looking for the foul right there. Didn't get the call. Ooh,
Great finish.
Move by Seth Walling.
With the acrobatic.
Just like that, Thames Valley out to 13 points.
I think Newcastle might need to get a timeout here.
Don't want to be running transition with Thames Valley in this league.
You know, you can get a better look than that.
Ooh. As you called it, Drew, Coach Ehrlich, he's calling a timeout. It's a long time to go. What sort of things, what's changed for Newcastle in this game, do you think?
You know, it's been the glass. We talked about it earlier. Cavaliers at the half had only made 1-3, but you knew that wasn't going to stand up all game.
I was never
But
going to get.
you know, you got to have teams be one and done, and they've given, you know, Thames Valley multiple opportunities on the glass, and that gets your confidence going. And then all of a sudden, you start making those threes, and now we look up. It's a 12-point game.
They're way too talented to hit 1-3.5.
13-point game. Sorry.
Yeah. Still time though for Newcastle if they can. They're sort of settling for early shots as well, which is just playing to Thames Valley's hands.
Yeah, just panicking a little bit. You got to be poised. Trust your offense. Trust what's gotten you here, and work the clock a little bit. See if you can get a clean look. But as you can see, they've come down a little discombobulated the last couple possessions on offense, which led to the Cavaliers' transition buckets.
Easy bucket. Early subs back in for Cork. Might be looking for early down low.
See if Newcastle can get some momentum going
Yeah,
here.
so that big run was with Silla was on the bench as well, so he subs back in.
Yikes.
I'm not. Blaine tried to dunk on Hetro right there. It looked like he met him at the rim pretty good.
Whoa.
I'm not sure.
Wow. That looked pretty clean to me.
The refs are talking about it.
As you see both of those guys dab it up out there.
Technical foul on Thames Valley coach right there. Oof, that looked clean to me.
Yeah, that was great D. Great D. Blaine trying to go up off 1 foot, 2 hands. The hetero says, no, sir.
Not today, Ronald.
And you got to love that, you know, in this day and age with social media, you know, guys usually kind of move away, get out to play because they don't want to be embarrassed or they don't want to go viral. But at the end of the day, like, everyone's going to get dunked on.
It happened, yeah.
And you got to challenge those plays. So much respect to Hetro meeting Blaine at the rim, but unfortunately getting called for the foul.
Ref wasn't a fan. Ooh, missed a technical free throw.
As we say, ball don't lie. A term we use if we think, you know,
Yeah.
the call wasn't appropriate, and 9 times out of 10 the ball will do us just.
Big thing in practice.
Yeah. Rasheed Wallace coined that phrase, famously for the Portland Trail Blazers. And as you see there, that's 2 missed free throws in a row. And if I'm a hetero,
he's smiling right now.
yeah, he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Coach Banks knows as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Finally hits one.
6 minutes to go in the game, and the Cavaliers are actually, Newcastle, are in the bonus. So if I'm Newcastle, everything has to be aggressive into the rim.
Newcastle gone to a 3-2 zone. Just been able to utilise a lot this season, much to their effect. But Thames Valley have got so many shooters. Strings of 3. Newcastle really needed that.
Big play there.
Down to a 9-point game.
And the only way Newcastle's going to get back in this game is on the defensive side of the
Mantu
ball.
getting all over Freckleton.
And as you see right there, and you got to get your head up.
Hits another one. Down to a 6-point game.
And we have a ball game, folks. Back-to-back triples for Newcastle in transition. But again, like we talked about, it started on the defensive end.
Pressuring Freckleton that was on the scout. Newcastle switched up to a 3-2 zone in the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, kind of threw them off guard a little bit. And if anything you learned from last night's game down south is that with a little bit of pressure, the Cavaliers can get a little bit flustered. Obviously, again, being up by 5 late in the game, but Surrey turned up the pressure, and the Cavs turned over the ball late in that ball game. So if I'm Newcastle, I'm looking to cause havoc defensively, make those guys put the ball on the floor, make them make decisions.
I know Coach Elderkin likes to keep his 3-2 zone for the second half, because teams tend to suss it out eventually, but it takes them some time. So the fourth quarter, it's very frantic, and it's when teams make mistakes, and it really just throws teams out of, and it obviously helps Newcastle out massively.
Well, that's the ace in the back pocket that Coach
exactly.
has. That's obviously
Little
worked
trump
this
card.
year, as they've rallied back many times before this year. So good coaching. Huge possession here. 6-point game with 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Ubuntu with the pressure.
Timber all over Johnson. Good pass out to Hawley. That's short. Federici pushing it in transition.
All the way.
He's out of bounds. He's out of bounds.
Ooh,
Hits it. He was out.
yeah,
Good
call. Again, you hear me saying all the way, like, put pressure on those guys. Any touch is going to the line for 2. I know they're hot and they've hit 2 triples back to back, but you got to take what the defensive gives you.
Yeah. But the ref called that a little late as well. And the Thames Valley bench were calling for it. Hawley getting the pick and roll of Hetero. Johnson down low. It's off.
Offensive rebound.
Blaine meets Salou at the rim.
Another offensive rebound by the Cavaliers.
Number 16, I think that would be.
16 offensive rebounds.
Way too many. That's 4 fouls on Blaine as well.
So is that 3 guys with 4 fouls there for Newcastle?
3 guys with 4. Seal it off on the first. But like a tough ball as well. I don't think Blaine was too happy,
but he gets rewarded, as we say, ball don't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
As he sinks the second.
Maybe it's a bit of a half foul. Oh, Moya getting the roll.
And that's one of those shots where you say, you better make it. You come down.
If you miss that one, you're coming out.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those
out.
that the coach is like, no, yes. Great defense.
Blaine taking the charge on Silla.
Four-point ball game with 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining.
Champion coming back in the game. Had a hot second half. Yeah, Thames Valley in team fouls the rest of the way. They have been for a while though. Newcastle will need to be aggressive and get to the line as much as they can.
Any of our watchers out there might be asking why there are no free throws. There's never free throws on an offensive foul, so
Moya's hot right now.
hence why Newcastle has to take the ball out.
I think Moya's feeling it.
Ooh. Don't force it.
Yeah,
Get
force
some movement. Get a good look. Get a set.
Looking for the killer pass. Wasn't really on. Kai Williams was there as well as Silla.
Not the time, not the place.
No.
Got to go with the for sure down at these moments.
Ooh, Freckleton's on the switch. Run.
Offensive rebound number 17 out to Freckleton. He lines his feet up.
Nice.
Tough defense from Thames Valley, stopping the outlet.
Get to the head, get to the corner. Ooh.
Ooh,
Easy.
David was open.
Wrong way. Good pass. And one.
Oh, that's, yeah, unsportsmanlike foul. Absolutely.
It wasn't pretty, but you'll take it.
I don't think there's anything malicious in it, but certainly an unsportsmanlike foul. Playing with 2 shots on the ball. I think it looks worse than I think it was meant to be.
Yeah, but that offensive set there, that was a nerve-wracking set there by Newcastle. They whipped the ball around. They actually went the wrong direction as they hit the ball there on the wing. They should have made the extra pass there to Yabantu in the corner.
Early missed Moya wide open as well, just
Yeah.
before. Ooh. Blaine needs this one.
Makes it a three-point
He's not-
game if he can sinks it.
He's not the best three-throw shooter in the world.
So you're saying he should be averaging more than 25 points a game if
Maybe.
he knocks
He
down
might
his
have
free
a couple
throws?
more, man. I think he's about 70% shooter.
I've always done at the end of my season, I'm like,
95.
man, I could have averaged 3 more points had I made my free throws. I feel your pain, Blaine. Keep it legal.
Ooh. Kick out.
Risky.
Yeah,
Newcastle living on edge here on these offensive sets.
I know. 6 seconds left.
Huge possession here. Again, I'm trying to attack because every time the whistle blows, you're going to the line for 2. So I like to see Newcastle get downhill here.
It's tough. That's a tough move for 2. Down to a 1-point
Wow.
game with 3:19 left.
Great bucket there by Blaine. Now let's see if Newcastle can get a stop.
I'm not sure if that's what Coach Elkin wanted on the play, but Johnson coming up.
Good hands.
Federici gambling right there. It's a
Wall up. Rebound.
Yeah.
And again,
They get the rebound.
Newcastle with the advantage as the buzzer goes.
It's gonna go to hoop.
Nice.
Yeah, easy 2 by Blent. Newcastle retake the lead for the first time in a while. 183-82, 2:44 left.
14-0 run here after that timeout by Mark. Newcastle getting on the floor there. As you can hear the crowd in the background, a capacity of 3 here today at Newcastle University. Exciting match on our
The
hands.
floor sweeps out again. It's been a busy man today, Quay.
Hey, that's one of those, hey, come clean the floor so I can catch my breath.
Yeah, maybe.
So coach doesn't have to burn a timeout.
Quay's on ball cleaning duties and floor sweeping.
Hey, he's the real MVP
Yeah,
tonight.
lucky man.
Huge defensive possession here by Newcastle. Need a stop.
Brackleton with on the left wing. Williams flashing to the high post. Champion. Pull up 2. Brings it.
Hangs in the air for 2. Great bucket there by Champion.
Federici running at Champion a little bit, giving him the drive.
I don't know about that one. Ooh! As Moya
That's
says,
another
sit
one.
there in
Moya
the
hitting
calm,
another
Drew.
3.
I got this. I got this, fellas.
I told you, Moya is hot right now.
Wow.
He's hit his last 3.
Again, one of those no, yes shots there by Moya.
I mean, he's hit his last 3 and he also hit one which is out of bounds, so he's hit his last 4.
True.
Newcastle up 2, 1:53 to go. 10 on the clock.
See if Newcastle can pull off the upset here
Yes,
today.
this will be a huge upset for Newcastle. Handing Thames Valley their first loss in the league. Ooh, though.
And if you're Newcastle, you can be aggressive defensively as you only have 1 team foul. So
3. Johnson's got to put it up.
tough shot.
That's tough.
Got to get the ball.
Federici with the board. Newcastle need to get a good shot right now. Who
Yes.
you going to, Drew?
I'm going to Blaine right now. I'm getting him on the move, getting him downhill, attacking. Swing it.
Cut. Time out the cut there. That's a. Ooh. Time out the layup.
Wide open look there from the corner. He's made 3 tonight.
Lane was empty though. Champion pull that's off right. Federici with
rebound.
another rebound. Out to Moya. Ooh, you don't want to get. You want to get. You want to get.
trap.
Moyes trying to call a timeout. You can't do that in the NBL.
No, this is Europe. This is Europe. You can't call a timeout with the ball. You have to wait to a dead ball situation. And actually, that could have been a technical.
Maybe he got lucky with that one.
And he gets bailed out with the foul call. And
Everyone's telling him he can't call no timeouts.
as he yells down the floor, he's American. I feel your pain, David
Coach
Moyer.
Elkin having a stroke right there.
Yeah. We see it every year. Americans don't, they don't learn, they don't know the rules.
That's it.
But it could have been costly though, so
He got lucky.
he got very lucky.
Federici's got the last 5 rebounds, I swear, for Newcastle.
104 remaining, 2-point ball game. After this timeout, Moya goes to the line for 2.
Oh, of course, it was team fouls.
Can they pull it off? And if I'm not mistaken, since that timeout that Mark called with 6 minutes to go, it's a 15-0 run.
Oh, no, champion scored.
15-2? Yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ooh, David Moore being the figurehead of that one, hitting 3 threes. Couple
With
of
some
threes.
Big shots.
Big shots. I mean, me and Drew weren't too sure on the shot selection, but we can't argue when he strings it.
That was one of those shots that you better make it. And he's made them. Big-time players make big-time plays. That's what it's about.
Strings the first one, 3-point lead. Who are you going for if you're Thames Valley now on offense? It's a tough one. There's so many options.
Yeah,
I mean, 5.
I mean, you got to see if you can get Taylor Johnson to shake loose.
So he slowed down in his 4. He had a huge third quarter. Johnson's looking to attack. Kai Williams, baseline jumper. Strings it. That's his shot.
He is not missing that. And just like that, 1-point ball game. You want to make sure you get a good shot here because you don't want it to lead out to a transition bucket. 10 on the shot clock.
Tough move by Moya. Doesn't quite get the roll. Maybe a foul.
Jeez.
About 30 seconds left.
Ball rolls out, but you got to get back if you're Newcastle. Get matched up.
Looking for Silla down low. Blaine with a deflection.
And Blaine needs to be careful. He's sitting there on 4 fouls.
12 on the clock.
One stop. And again, you can be aggressive because you only have 1 team foul as long as they're not in the act of shooting.
As long as it's not Blaine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, you're right. But everyone else, if all those guards, if they're getting downhill dribbling, I'm reaching. Ooh, it's off his hands.
Oh, Federici.
That looked like that hit Freckleton's hand out of bounds.
I'll have a look on the replay. I'm not sure.
He might have pulled it back.
Tough one. Timeout, Thames Valley.
Woo, boy, I'm nervous sitting here. Jeez. And I don't have a dog in this fight.
9-second differential.
Yeah, 9-second differential. Do you think Thames Valley are going to look for their tried and tested Iverson play, or?
Well, the ball's going to be inbounded from the sideline.
So maybe not.
So maybe they take a book out of Surrey's book and run the same play that they did, because Surrey did come off an Iverson cut to win that game last night, Cam Hildred. So
yeah,
maybe, I'm sure they've seen that play 1,000 times, so maybe they might come out of the timeout.
I think that sort of play is going to be haunting them for a while after last night.
Oh, man. And as you can see right now, Kai Williams with the clipboard. Let's see what he draws up.
It's interesting the coach is letting Kai Williams draw up the play right now.
Well, Kai, he knows his stuff, and he has a future in career, a future in coaching.
Oh, he does it. He does do some coaching, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He has his own training business out there in Canada. He coaches a team out there in London, so he's right in his comfort zone. So now it's just about will the Cavaliers be able to execute.
The shout was execute.
Can we call him player coach, Kai Williams?
Yeah, maybe.
Player assistant coach.
Player assistant coach.
Coach. I don't envy that player coach role, that's for sure.
Nah, too much to think about.
Too much. Definitely not interested in that.
Nah. Frackleton coming off the pitch. They've gone to Silla inside. Ooh, Blaine's fouled him.
That's a great foul, not by the right guy, but that's on the floor. He has to
Blaine.
take the ball out on the baseline, and that's 5 fouls.
I think it is. No, mate, I was wrong. That's his
Oh,
fault.
there's only 4. Great foul. Great
That
foul.
was a great foul.
Yeah, you could be aggressive.
My
They still
fault.
have 2 fouls to give.
Gone to Champion.
He's freed up here.
Got to get it up.
Kai Williams with the
Layup.
baseline jumper
It's off.
the side of the glass.
Big rebound. That's a foul.
Moya
Ooh,
with the
jump.
big
Ooh.
time Ooh, I don't know. That
That's
looked over the
ball.
back to me.
Newcastle ball on the.
Huge rebound by Moya. And that's a shot that Kai Williams been stroking all night long. That
Hits it off the
baseline
back side of the
jumper.
backboard. Wow.
You know, that shot changes when it's money time. When the nerves in, the ball feels a little bit heavier. But I'm pretty sure that Kai Williams would like to have that shot again as he was freed up on the baseline.
All right, so I assume Newcastle will promote the ball to the Thames Valley half.
Absolutely. They should advance the ball.
Absolutely.
Make sure they get the ball in and just sit on it. Don't try to pass it out. You just hold the ball, be strong with it, go to the line, make your free throws. You don't want to try to get too cute in this situation. A couple years ago, we were in this situation in the Cup first round against the Cheshire Phoenix. Same situation. We're taking it out, up 1. We turn the ball over by throwing it to the backcourt. Orland Jackson steals the ball, lays it up at the buzzer, knocks us out of the cup.
I remember that.
So, if anything, do not throw the ball in the backcourt.
Yeah. Newcastle taking it to the front court as expected.
Be strong with the ball.
They're going to be all over you.
Just step to the ball, Blaine.
Wouldn't he get
Too
it?
late.
Dropped it. Wow. Well, getting a bit of form shooting there on the way to the line. 2 huge shots.
If there's anybody you want shooting him, it's him. He's been cooking this second half, and, you know, you're going to live and die with that guy going to the line.
Coach Banks screaming. They got a long time. Ooh, off on the first.
I wonder how many timeouts the Cavs have if he knocks this one
I
down.
think they've got 1 left. I don't think so. They're running it.
And they're going to play on. I would
5.7.
foul. I would foul.
Champion for the win. It's off. Newcastle have won the game by 2.
Wow.
Huge upset win for Newcastle University today. 88-86.
Man, what a game. What a game here in Newcastle.
I'm not sure
knocking
many
off
people would have called that at the start of
the
today.
6-0 Cavaliers as the Cavs drop 2 on the bounce this weekend. Tough weekend for the Cavs. And that is a statement win by Newcastle.
Newcastle not here. They didn't get promoted to mess about this year.
New to the league, 7-2. Saying we're not the new kids on the block. We're here to stay. Huge win.
Not here to mess about. Wow, what
And
a
you
game.
can see the emotions for the Cavaliers there.
They're up 12, 5 to go. Huge run by Newcastle.
And that's finding the balance between playing not to lose and still executing down the stretch. When you, oh, okay.